Prepare to be dazzled and amazed by my mind reader.
Mind reading is pure science fiction like flying saucers, time machines, and tofu.
You will not.
Oh, sweet fancy Moses. At some point, you'd think the brainstorming meeting for a name would have realized the insanity it was brewing. This game is seriously called The Penguins of Madagascar. Dr. Blowhole Returns again for the PlayStation 3. The whole "for the PlayStation 3" part isn't actually in the title, although I can see why you might have been confused by that. I mean, when a title approaches double-digit word counts, all freaking bets are off. If that title doesn't concern you, the chain of nonsense that has led to this product's inception really should. This is a video game based on a television show based on a movie. That bodes about as well for quality as an ingredients label that simply says in large bold letters, poop. Poopy penguins of poop.
Be changing my secret ingredient smoothies, Maurice. I have to have one right now.
Well, bowel movements aside, The Penguins of Madagascar, obnoxiously long subtitle, is, I guess, kind of an action puzzle game. You control a group of god-awful CGI penguins on various quests to collect things and do things, and oh man, I literally may fall asleep where I'm standing. This game is the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. Generally, the levels work like this. You have to nab a certain amount of items that are scattered across the level, and you have to use the unique abilities of the 4 penguins to do so. So one can gather the other penguins and command them to follow, another can vomit things like projectiles, which incidentally is what you as the player will be doing as well. I guess to be fair, it's probably not bad for its intended audience. I guess kids who like the Madagascar movies or the Penguins of Madagascar television program should get a kick out of making these penguins waddle all over the place, and at the very least, the puzzles are age-appropriate and fairly, well, somewhat okay. And at the very least, they kind of make kids think. Kids need to do that more often. When I was your age, we'd think all the time. Our heads we'd be scratching while our thoughts were busy hatching. A true story. Hey, what else does a kid's game need? Come on, you guys are smart. Think it over. Here's a hint. It needs freaking minigames, and for those, The Penguins of Madagascar, Dr. Returns again in the blowhole makes room. In fact, you have to actually unlock those minigames by playing the main game first. So it actually makes you work for the minigames, as if this god-awful spin on bowling is some kind of prize. Ugh. I would shove this right back in the cereal box.
You heard the man, boys. Fall in.
I'm not gonna be a dick about it. There's just not a whole lot to say about this game that I actually care to say. It plays well enough. It's just completely void of anything that even remotely suggests a video game might be worth playing. At least not for anyone who's over the age of incompetent. It's a product that exists. That's about the extent of the praise I can give The Penguins of Dr. Blowhole again return to Madagascar.